Lustcoins, which they already gone to the market and they are doing their pre-sale. So you can support us by subscribing to this YouTube channel or just supporting Lustcoins so they can continue supporting us. Let's get into the market. It's getting very interesting. Last 24 hours. Very, very interesting move in the Bitcoin. You remember yesterday we discussed about it. I just highlighted this area somewhere between 63 to 65, a little bit more than 65, as a very big resistance. And in the same time, previous all-time high was there. So Bitcoin closed there. It's a highest weekly candle last week, and this week even continued to go further. But I still believe that we most likely are going to see some sort of correction. And why I do believe that is exactly this pattern which we see here. The pattern is a rising wedge. So a rising wedge is generally a bearish pattern. We discussed about it yesterday. Plus, if we take a look at this, another pattern which Bitcoin provided here, you can see the length from here to here. If we want to consider it ABC, this going up here, coming down and going up. So the length from here, which is from 38,900 to where exactly we got it around 65, is exactly similar to 28,900 to 53,000. So these two are exactly symmetric. So technically, based on the patterns, it's already hitting its target. I know if we consider it a bullish move, it's going to go even higher. If it's supposed to be wave 3, it can go up to 78. But I have some reasons to believe, considering this is the previous all-time high and we are exactly there, it is hard. It is hard for BTC to break it easily. So I personally believe we might see some correction, but in the same time, as I said in previous days, if BTC can break this resistance, it's look like a rocket just running off the board. So it's got a huge potential to just in few candles hit somewhere above 70, 75. So let's wait and see. So many people are waiting to see what's happening within 65 areas. If it passed 65, many new buyers going to FOMO into the market and push the price even higher. If it can get higher than this, the many sellers are going to start selling. If we take a look at some of the indicators, which I want to take you to see what do we have. So let's take a look at the RSI, which I want to add it here to show you how you can add a new indicators here. We go for RSI, Relative Strength Index, which is showing the strength of the trend line. So let's look at this. It is actually better than previous, better than where it was here first time. It was very overbought and continued. But still we are close to something like 68, 69%. Not too bad in a 4 hour. But if we take a look at it in the 1 day candle, probably we can see it here. It is getting beyond 60, 70%, even getting close to the 80%, which is the area which we saw the overbought. So if you take a look at here, the last time it was getting there, we had some corrections. And the last time we've been here, you can see we had the corrections. In the previous tops, we had here, we had it here, and we had it here. So technically RSI is telling us we are really getting to being overbought. The volume, it's okay, but it doesn't show too much strength. So it looks like, let me just go a little bit closer, volume is okay, but look at the volume here. Look at the trade line. When we've been on the bottom line, we had a huge volume of transaction. But here we don't really have this much volume, okay? Plus, if I'm going to take a look at this, indicators of the divergence. Probably it show you that in a daily, the OBV, which is one of the most important actually indicators, showing some divergence. The people who doing the trading as a professional way, they know the OBV divergence is one of the most destructive divergences, which if it works really hard. So just be mindful of that. Plus, there are some other indicators which showing that there is a possibility that the price just going down. This was on the daily, so let's take a look at what we have in the 4 hours. And in the 4 hours, we can see what's exactly happening. We have a divergence on histogram, RSI, stochastic, CCI, MOM, OBV, VW MACD, MFI. So 8 indicators are showing some divergences, which is huge. So that's one of the other signs which I think we should expect some sort of correction. Don't get me wrong, I'm not bearish. I'm not talking about going deep down. I'm not talking about just losing momentum. All I'm saying is we might see some sort of corrections, and that's it. So let's just take a look at it and wait for it. I think it's going to be very interesting next few days, especially this weekend. To me, it's very interesting to see how we are going to work. All right, I don't want to waste too much time on Bitcoin. We discuss about it so much. Very interesting. I don't know what's happened. I don't know where this news coming, but what is happening is in last few hours, so many of the exchanges coins start to rocketing up. What's happening with that? I don't know. Is there any news coming? I don't know, but I'm going to share some of them with you. Look at this. This is OKB versus USD, which is actually, you can see in last 24 hours, gone from $16 to $23, which is insane. That's an OKEx, obviously, exchange coin. I was expecting that. I told you guys before that I'm expecting some good rise in these, sorry, let me just remove this, in the exchanges coins price, but OKEx actually surprised me by, huge, by far from the other coins which I was looking into. So let's remove all those drawings and see what exactly has happened here. So let me just more focus here, and you can see it, okay? You can see it like this, and you can see how price action or teams could help us to find that. Look at this. This was the trend line on the top, and this was the trend line on the bottom. So the price get to this corner, jammed, and and a huge amount of volume of consolidation. And you can see in previous all-time high how much was the volume. We still don't get that volume, but we are going there. So very, very nice movement. But don't forget that it's too late to get into it. We have a resistance area right now. So it's getting close to this resistance right here. So, yep, it's a previous high. Not that far. Something like this, okay? So if it's going to be having another move, it's need to break here. If it breaks there, I can tell you that easily it can go and hit another all-time high. So at least it's going to here, next target. And if I want to put another target for you guys, you can see another target here. And then we can see even higher targets if I want to calculate it for you. But at the moment, keep an eye on it. If it passed this, yep, you can go for a long, or you can buy it, or you can just drive it up to here. So OKB was one of the good one. Another one, this is the HTUSDT, which is the Hobby token. And you can see what's happening in a 1 day time frame. It looks like that it is actually breaking out. So Look at this. Right on the edge. So if I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame and make it much bigger than what it is, look at this. Look at this. Right now, it broke out. So it is a very good opportunity, and I think you might see a pullback and then going up. But regardless of that, there are a few good targets here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 targets for you. So these are the good targets you can consider. So I personally always ask everyone to, when we have a breakout, wait for a pullback. It might be a fake breakout. I really don't think so. It's a case with Hobby, considering what I saw in the OKB. I think Hobby is going to follow. But after a pullback, we're probably going to see rising on the price. Be careful with it. Wait for the pullback, then the confirmation candle. Then you can ride it from there. Go up to see how far it's going to get. But if I just get back again, you can see how much potential we get here. Look at the previous all-time high. It is only 8.8, and the previous all-time high was $40, 5 times of where we are right now. So if I want to bet on something with a low risk, high reward, I put it on the Hobby token. So if it can hit another all-time high, it's going to be 5x. So yeah, I'll probably buy a bag of it today after this live, if I can find a chance actually. Get to the next one. It's KCS, which is the KuCoin token, another exchange. And look at the chart. It's what I'm telling you. Today was, exchanges token days. And not telling that the BNB had a big token burn and had a very good run. So if I want to bring the price down and maybe make it a daily. So let's take a look at the daily of the KuCoin. Okay. Look at this massive cup. Okay. And this massive cup, which never been broken. And you can imagine if the price hit that, how far that can go. So this is another one. I'm not surprised, to be honest, to see all the exchanges price going up, considering that the BTC going up. So, the number of transactions on all of those exchanges are hitting the almost all-time high. So that's another one. But if you see at the KuCoin token or KCS token as well, you can see it's right under this resistance. So I'm not going to enter on it right now. I wait for it to either break from here and just ride it up to top, or even so I wait, maybe it's just fall down, hit this trend, and then I buy it to go up with it. So this was another one, and you can see last few days how bullish that was. In a shorter time frame, if we take a look at it in 4 hours, we probably can see another pattern of the, we call it Eve. 3 times tried to break here, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th time, if it breaks, just easily can run and go up and go much higher. So from $14.5 to $20, it's not too bad. It's actually 30%, 33% on the, on the spot only. So look, being sure you don't fall in the fake traps like this. You can see that fake breakout happened here, but couldn't keep the price and fall so sharp. So wait for it to break, fully break, then do the retest or the pullback or whatever you want to call it, and then you can jump into the making a position when we're going back to the confirmation candle. So this was about the KuCoin token as well. The next one, which I want to talk about, it's actually NIA. We talked about it before. I just throw this chart for you. This is exactly the same chart. I haven't touched it. And you can see how good it played so far. It's in a daily. You see, before its breakout, I just put this circle there and I said, this is a very strong resistance. I don't think it's going to break. Even though we saw some shadows into it, but this line just kept the price very well. The support kept it. We saw a very big candle of breakout, and then we saw the pullback down. You can see the pullback towards this, and we are not going to get into the market or taking position in these red candles. We wait for this, we wait for this, we wait for this. But when we saw this green one, we jump into the market, and you see, if you would have jumped into this last 2 days, probably you could have go from 7.8 to 8.5, which is the price right now. Something like 10% easy in 2 days on just NIAs. I'm still bullish on it. And as you can see, I drew this like this for a reason. So it's not because I like it like this. No, you can see there is a daily resistance here. There is another daily resistance like here. And there is another resistance on the top where the shadows are. So this is where I think it's heading. To be honest, I'm very bullish on NIA right now. I don't know what BTC going to do, but really if BTC doesn't fuck around too much with the prices and the market, this is what we're supposed to get. We are going to take a look at this again. Look at this. The price is going to be around 18. So it's a big target. I don't know if it's going to hit it or not, but this is what the chart telling us. I hope we get that, because NIA is one of my favorite ones, to be honest. I really like it. I think it's got a huge potential, and I think we are going to see another all-time high after he hit the $11. Still, there is a lot of potential in the market to go higher. And that was about the NIA. So I don't want to spend too much time tonight because I'm going to be quick. Luna is the last one we're going to check tonight. And again, this is one of the good ones. I think we discussed about it before too. You can see that double top. When the double top happened, I said this was the start. This is going there. And the target of going down is exactly the same line. I drew this red cycle over there, and I said this is most likely going to hit that area, but it's not going to break. It is exactly happened. Then it's just worked a little bit, consolidated, and now we can see in a 4 hours target, it just break out. So this breakout, where is the target? I think the first target is going to be one of those few local resistance, like here's. Like another one, which we can see somewhere right underneath of that. Probably another one here. These are all the local resistance in front of it. I don't think it's going to struggle a lot, considering this is going up. It didn't retest the area yet. So there is a possibility that we, under the first resistance, we can see a little bit of pullback before we're moving forward. But we have to wait and see. At the moment, Luna is another one which I'm bullish on it. The last top was close to $50, 48 something. It's dropped to 35, I think, which is something like 30% retracement. It's not much for a coin which hit the all-time high. And then it's just to start another movement up. And even though if it can't pass this, I think it's going to consolidate here. It's going to create another triangle here. And then we're going to see another wave up. By the way, the target which I'm thinking after all-time high is around $55. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I tried to keep it short and sharp. To be honest, I have some personal commitments to do. The market is very interesting at the moment. BTC dominance is still high. BTC is still driving the market, so we have to be mindful of that. I don't think BTC is going to dump hugely. Still the possibility of the price reduction by something like 10%, 15%, which is absolutely fine and healthy. Any coins in any market wants to work like this. need some sort of retracement. We talked about RSI, we talked about divergences in the BTC, and all of those ones telling us this is most likely to see a little bit of retracement. But still, I'm telling you, market decide what it decides. So the indicators and the price action doesn't decide for the market. This is the peoples, this is the whales, exchanges, and the big players of the market, news, government, who decide where the market goes. So if BTC pass the all-time high and stable above it, I think very fast it's going to just hit some very, very high targets. Thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to support our sponsor, which is the Lustcoins. They have a very good special deal these days to just give away one rare NFT, which they are so good. I like them, to be honest. With every purchase above 1 BNB, you can go to their website and purchase directly from their websites. They are developing their DeFi exchanges, which is going to go out. They are talking to so many exchanges to get listed, and this is going to push the price high very soon. At the end of the day, just support them so they can support us. Thank you very much and have a great day. Talk to you guys tomorrow.